You know, I seem to be having a serious case of deja vu with what we've got going on right here. I have to have this tractor ready in 2 weeks to be the flag bearer at a car show, as well as on display as one of the centerpieces, which was the same exact thing we were doing a year ago this week on the same darn thing. It's like it knows. Right when car show season comes around, it gets a little bit timid and needs some care. So I'm hoping that all of our problems are originating from the carburetor. I should have done a carburetor rebuild on this thing 3 years ago, but now we're doing it now. So I rebuild the carburetor, put it all back together, and then it runs better than it did before. So let's get into it. This guy off now, I'm really curious to see what we've got inside. Like I said, I've never done anything to that. I've never changed anything in the carburetor, never done nothing. And judging by how this looks, I mean, it's not too dirty. It is the intake, but it hasn't been running rich or anything like that. So I'm thinking it's just getting starved on fuel, so it's leaning itself out. So we'll go ahead, man, I really hope that this is the problem and that it's nothing else. Okay. What are we stuck on? There it goes. So there is a pretty good amount of sediment in here, just like more like rust than anything else, which means water sat in here for a time. This is where all the magic happens, I think. This is our Venturi. I'll probably clean this up a little bit just because it's a little messy. Ooh, our float pin is stuck. The float seems to be working. That's what I thought had maybe gotten caught up on something. Could have dislodged whatever was stuck on when we took it apart though. But I do have a brand new carburetor kit right here. So we'll just go ahead and throw all this new stuff in it and hopefully we'll have a better running tractor. New development. See that little guy right there? That little jet? Well, there's another one way down inside of there. Not sure if you can see it down in there. I can't get it to focus, but I don't have a screwdriver that'll fit in there right now, nor do I even want to attempt that with the amount of rust that is on the sides of this hole that I'd have to get it out of. So yeah, I could unscrew it all day long, but there's no coming out. So I hate to say it, but I think this carburetor might be on the sour end of things. Like I said, here in 2 weeks, this tractor has to be at a car show, and I'd prefer it to be running. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shoot compressed air through these 2 holes, put some penetrating oil down in there, let it sit, squirt brake clean in there, and I'll probably end up putting it in some Chem Dip and letting it soak for a little bit. Okay, it's a new day. I let this stuff sit overnight. So everything should be pretty clean. I just went and picked up some brake clean. I'm on the way back to the garage. Got the doggos going for a ride. They're more napping than going for a ride, but hopefully this fixes the problem on the John Deere and we'll be able to drive it out and bring the Chevy in. If you're not familiar with the Chevy C10 that I've got, 2 years ago, I picked up a 1964 Chevy C10 that had sat in a backyard for 23 years. It's one of the first real revivals here on the channel, where we went and got an old rig that didn't run, that was being forgotten in a backyard, sinking into the soil, got it running and got it driving and made it reliable. Not that it's got issues, but it needs to be cleaned up because we had a flood here in town about a month ago now, and I put it to use. By golly dang it. I used it for what it was intended to be used for, as a truck. Doesn't matter the year. So it hauled sandbags, forged through some water. Heck, it's even on the news. So it needs some work, it needs some cleanup, and that's all we're gonna do to it. And if we have time, we're gonna go back to working on the Ford. I'd really like to bring all three of these projects to the show here in 2 weeks. So we got a lot of work yet to do. I'm hoping, I'm crossing fingers we're almost done with the John Deere. So anyway, I'll see you back at the garage. Oh, hey. This stuff eats right through the paint. That's cool. Oop, making a mess. All right. So apart from the paint coming off and getting everywhere, these guys did clean up pretty good. So what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna scrub these down, try to get as much of this rust off as I can, get the paint off, the paint that's orange peeled off of it, scrub it down, clean it up, and then I'll reassemble it. We'll put it back on the tractor and see if it runs. All assembled, ready to go back in. I couldn't get the jets or the main nozzle out, which I really wanted to replace those because those could have been having some clogged issues going on, but I couldn't for the life of me get them to come out, and I was worried I was gonna break them. Right now, we need to just get this thing put back together and hopefully it runs better. Hopefully all the stuff that we've just done, squirting out, spraying it out, all of that, letting it soak overnight has helped. But if it still doesn't work, we're gonna have to drill those jets out and put the new ones in and hopefully not mess up the threads. But anyway, let's go ahead, get this little carburetor put back in and see if we have improvement. All right, technically speaking, everything should be fine now. First, we'll check for leaks. Everything's set in accordance to what the instructions said, which was one turnout on this and one turnout on that guy down there. So, choke out. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so It's running better now. What I've done is I've fiddled around with this. It's now in between where it once was and where it is now. I know that helps. But from being 1 turn out, I've turned it 2 more turns. So it's 3 turns out now. And then this little guy right here is 2.5. And I hope you can see that. This little guy here is 2.5, and this little guy here is 3. So, right now, it seems to be okay. We won't know though, because we're gonna go drive and see what happens. Okay. Hopefully I can get out of here. Now we're ready. So far, so good. We'll bring up the pepper a little bit here in a second as we get going. Make sure I don't hit anything with that big old back blade. It's a huge thing back here. Well, no black smoke, but just want to make sure we're not running too lean on it. It's always better to be rich than lean. So what I think we'll go ahead and do is we'll bring it back, like I said, let it cool down a little bit, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Probably work on the Chevy and fix things all good. God dang, this thing is loud. To really have some earplugs in, but anyway, I sure hope you can hear me. I'm not just talking in the wind at this point. But anyway, I'll see you back at the garage. Well, that seems to work well. So I've let this cool down now for a while. It's nice and cool. We'll go ahead and fire it back up, hopefully, and everything will run just fine. Right? Did not like the choke. Interesting. We'll have to remember that. Before, you had to pull the choke in order to get it to start. Now, I guess you don't. Neat. So it is still kind of messy a little bit, but I think it's running pretty darn good. I'm happy with it. So the John Deere took a lot longer than I originally anticipated, which always seems to be how it goes, but hey, we've got it running now. I can sleep easy at night, and in the next video, we will work on the 1964 Chevy. Really, this thing doesn't need too much, hopefully by then. But really what we need to do is we need to go through and do a cleanup. I want to talk to you about these little side pieces that I made for it, and then maybe we'll replace some parts on the engine and just get it ready in general for the upcoming show here in May. I hope we'll be able to make it to the Ford and get it together, kind of running reliably to where we can get it to the show as well, because I think it'd be really fun to be able to have that in its raw form there. So yeah, I want to thank you so much for stopping by the garage today and for watching the John Deere little rescue we did. One day it was running just fine, and then the next day it was giving me such a fit, and I was like, gosh dang it. So it kind of changed my entire plan on what this video was going to look like. I had a completely different thought process, but we can do that in the next video. So I want to thank you again so much for stopping by the garage today and for watching the video to its entirety. That's the best way to help out the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It's 100% free. Like the video, comment what you thought down below in the comment section. I read every one of them. I love chatting with you. It's probably my highlight. My biggest highlight about doing this kind of stuff is being able to chat with you. So anyway, I will see you right back here at the garage in the next video.